Phoenix Wright was nervous, very nervous. Today was his first real trial. His mentor, Mia Fey, had been training him for it, but he was always a bit slower to pick things up. After all, his fellow mentee, Matt Murdock, had graduated from Mia's tutelage 3 years earlier at 21. He was what Phoenix thought of as a prodigy incarnate, and he was supposed to be here right now. Them starting up their practice together was what this year was all about, but his flight was delayed. Phoenix was already head counsel on this case, but if Matt didn't show soon, he was going to be the only one up there, with nobody but Mia to guide him. And to make matters worse, Larry was probably the worst person to be a defendant in any case. The guy couldn't keep his mouth shut to save his life. Mia's comforting gaze was about the only thing keeping him steady, until Matt actually did show up, and Phoenix tackled his friend into a hug. "Come on, man, this is still your case. Not like I'm here to save your life or anything," Matt said between fits of laughter. "As long as you're here at all. I'm freaking out. Larry's freaking out. I'm going up against someone who calls himself the Rookie Crusher." "What, Payne? Man, you're gonna be fine," Matt replied almost instantly. Matt hadn't gone up against him in court, personally, but he knew the guy. He preyed on lawyers' inexperience, relied on nothing but cheap, dirty tricks. He only went after people because he thought he stood a chance of winning against them, which explained his perfect record. But Matt was positive that he collapsed under the weight of anybody even remotely competent. "I hope so. Matt? Who's that?" Phoenix said. Behind Matt stood Francisca. To Phoenix, she just looked like some snooty kid, dressed like she stepped out of the 1800s, with a whip lashed to her belt. A whip, like she was Indiana Jones or something. And to make matters weirder, she was writing down the things that were staying, like she was studying them or something. "What a foolish question from a foolish man," Francisca replied. "If you were even half following your friend's career, you would have seen me in at least a few pictures. I am Francisca von Karma, cross—" She stopped herself. Mia stiffened at the name von Karma. She was the only person in the room that the name had any significance to. "I am assistant to the defense," Francisca corrected herself. She was still a prosecutor, but if she wanted to get the most out of this experience, learning behind enemy lines, she was going to commit fully. Von Karma never did anything halfway, after all. She had been committing fully for the past several months, dutifully helping Matt with his research, researching clients, and now it seemed that she was going to join his new firm, at least temporarily. A necessary evil. Phoenix shook the young woman's hand, her presence only making him more nervous as the bailiff finally called him into the courtroom. It was time to sink or swim. The trial was going okay. Phoenix had managed to bat away most of Payne's biggest contentions, but the witness, Frank Sawit, was throwing the biggest wrenches into things. Phoenix grunted. His claims that the witness was killed with a clock? He was sticking to his guns. It didn't make any sense. If he couldn't figure out what to make of it, Larry was doomed. There was no way out of it. "This is who you choose to partner with?" Francisca asked. She could tell the man on the stand was lying from the moment he stepped up there.